See? That'll teach you to laugh at my little bleeper.
Who was it?
Well, remember the time we went to fix the church roof?
Yes.
Yeah, and then we had to go back a week later to rebuild the tower.
Yes. Before you say any more, that wasn't my fault.
Nobody's saying it is. Could have happened to anybody. Anyway, remember the fellow we met in the Dunk the Vicar in the tank stall?
You mean the one with the motorbike, the green Mohican haircut, the leather jacket all covered in chains?
No, not the vicar. The fellow with the broken crockery stall.
That wasn't my fault either.
Nobody's saying it was. Anyway, that was him on the phone.
Was it?
Yes, he wants us to do a little job for him.
He doesn't.
He does.
He doesn't.
He does.
Does he?
Yes.
What does he want us to do?
He wants us to put a marquee up.
We can't do that. We haven't got a spare room. Can't he put him up himself?
No, he's under the doctor with a bad back.
What's he doing under the doctor with a bad back?
Trying to get out, probably. It's not that kind of marquee. It's a big tent thing.
Of course it is, silly me.
Silly you. Anyway, the thing is, you see, that he's got to get this marquee up for a special ceremony this afternoon, and he can't make it, so he wants us to do it for him.
Where have we got to go along to, then?
Here's the address. He's going to let them know that we're coming.
Bluff 'em all. Sounds posh.
Yes, probably some lord's country seat.
When I go to the country, I always take a deck chair.
Well, there's the landed gentry for you. Come on.
They're on their way. Oh, good. The guests will be arriving shortly. You're sure these Giggle brothers know what they're doing? Chuckle? What do you mean, chuckle? I don't want to chuckle. I've got far too much on my mind. Thank you very much. They're sending someone around immediately.
Oh, well, I'll go and meet them, your ladyship, and make sure they know what they're supposed to do.
Good idea. One can't be too careful.
This is the place, Barry. Get the tenting tools.
There's nobody here. Perhaps they've gone peasant shooting.
Don't be silly. You don't shoot peasants.
Don't you?
No. You chase them with the hounds.
I thought that was foxes.
No, definitely hounds. Tally-ho! That's landed gentry talk for hello.
You're the tent man.
Your Grace.
Grace? That's a funny name for a man.
Chuckle Brothers, job's done. There's never a muckle with Paul and Barry Chuckle.
Very good. Now follow me, and I'll show you what has to be done. And after you've done it, the village down the road is looking for a new idiot. It should suit you down to the ground.
Charming.
How much does it pay?
Hey, what's that?
It looks like a statue. Let's have a look.
Don't touch. Don't touch.
We were only having a peek, weren't we, Paul?
That's right, just a little peek.
That's not for peeking at. It's for staring at in admiration. That is a work of art.
Whose art?
That is.
Hey, that's interesting, isn't it, Barry?
It is.
Don't touch.
Our granddad was a famous pavement artist, you know.
He drew some wonderful pavements.
He was hung in the National Gallery.
He was that good.
No, he was that bad.
So, what's the statue of, then?
Her ladyship.
Doesn't look like a ship to me, does it, you, Paul?
No, if you don't mind me saying, I think art's got the shape all wrong. It should be sort of pointy at the front and rounded at the back.
It's not meant to be a ship. It's her ladyship, the owner of this estate, Lady Ramsbottom Wrigley. She's to be unveiled this afternoon.
They're going to unveil a Wrigley Ramsbottom this afternoon.
No, they're not. Her ladyship's going to unveil herself in front of an audience of VIPs.
The very thought. Well, there's the landed gentry for you. Well, if you don't mind, we'll be off now, because Barry'll get very embarrassed.
Yes, I'm blushing already.
See? Excuse us.
Wait, what about the tent? You're supposed to put the tent up!
you know, Barry, he has got a point. We did say we'd put the tent up, didn't we?
I suppose so. And we should remember the family motto.
Yes. Chucklus, Wellibutus, Aromatherapus, Destructus.
I never did find out what that meant.
Roughly translated, a chuckle always sees a job through. Anyway, I wouldn't sleep at night if I didn't see a job through to the end.
No, you'd sleep all day as usual.
Come on, let's put the tent up. Tally-ho!
Oh, you're back!
What's wrong with me back?
We've had second thoughts.
Excellent! Her ladyship will be delighted. Oh, it's so important that this afternoon's unveiling goes off without a hitch. If the other guests like what they see, then I might be asked to do some more. Anyway, can I leave you to it? There are other arrangements needing my attention.
Yes, you leave it to us. We'll have this tent up before you can say Jack Robinson.
Jack Robinson?
Could you say it a little bit slower, please?
Oh, I see. Look, I must be going now, but I'll be back. Now, you just put the tent up around the statue, but whatever you do, don't touch it. It's very, very delicate.
You leave it to us. Come on, let's get the tent up. Right. Up. To you then.
To me.
To you.
To me.
To you then.
To me then.
To you.
To me, Paul.
To you then.
To me. To me.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Now you've done it. It's wrecked.
Not quite. There.
That's no good. We need a body. We've got to find somebody who's got a body. Do you know anybody who knows somebody who's got a body?
Eh?
Have you got a buddy with a body?
Nobody.
Oh dear. I know. I'll give that mate of Dan the Vans a ring.
Which one's that then?
The one that works down the garden centre, makes garden gnomes. What was his name?
McDowell the Trowel?
That's him.
What can he do?
Well, he'll have loads of concrete statues down there. We'll stick that head on it. Nobody'll know any different. Easy peasy. I'll be back in a minute. You get the tent laid out. Hello.
Oh, I was just coming to see how you two are getting on.
I wouldn't go down there if I was you.
Why not?
Well, my brother's run out of tent pegs, and he gets very cross when he runs out of tent pegs. It's not a pretty sight. I was just going to phone for some more.
Oh, you can use my mobile.
No thanks, we'll stick to tent pegs. Makes a proper job.
No. I mean this.
Oh, it's a phone. Silly me.
Actually, it's not working too well. I only just finished telling the caterers that you and your brother are putting up the marquee when there was this high-pitched scream and the line went dead. It was as though they'd hung up.
Strange. I'll have a look at it for you. My uncle used to be a mobile phone engineer.
Did he?
Well, he worked for BT and he had a bike.
Oh.
That's close enough.
By the way, as I said, this afternoon's unveiling needs to go really well.
Yes.
Now, the Royal Marine Band were coming, but they backed out at the last moment.
Oh.
Oddly enough, just after I told them who was putting the tent up. Now, I don't suppose you know anyone who could provide us with a fanfare.
Of course, me and Barry.
You?
Yes.
Oh, have you done it before?
We were at the palace.
Oh, the palace.
Yeah, leave it to us, no problem.
Wonderful. I'll tell her ladyship. I mean, ladyship. She'll be delighted. I've spoken to the men, and everything's going perfectly. They've even agreed to help us with the catering.
Excellent. I must go and show my appreciation personally.
Leave that, Barry. I've got another job for you.
What?
I want you to nip down the garden centre and pick up a statue.
Oh, he had one then.
Oh, yes, no problem. But you'll have to be quick. Oh, and see what you can do with this. I think it needs tightening.
What about the tent?
Oh, you can leave that, but hurry up.
Well, can I take the Land Rover?
No,
Why not?
you can't drive.
Course I can't, silly me.
Silly you. You'll have to carry it.
Carry it? I can't carry a Land Rover.
Not the Land Rover, the statue. Oh, and see if you can borrow a wheelbarrow while you're there. It'll come handy for another job I've got for you this afternoon.
What little job's that then?
Well, I told him that we used to work down the Palace Fun House, so he wants us to provide a fun fair for this afternoon. We'll have to get some dodgems and a bouncy castle, oh, and a couple of sideshows. Mind you, you can sort that out later, can't you?
£47.63? Do you take cards?
Yes.
8 of diamonds. Thank you. Yes!
Excellent. One is most impressed. Let one introduce oneself. I'm a Ramsbottom Wrigley.
How nice to meet your lightship. And may I say what a pleasure it is to be of assistance to you.
How kind. One believes that you and your assistant have volunteered to help us out by providing a fanfare while one performs the unveiling.
Yes.
One was wondering if one would be so kind as to help out by serving food. The caterers appear to have left the phone off the hook.
One would be delighted, and two would be delighted. Barry and myself have had a lot of experience in waiting on.
Have you? That's excellent.
Oh, yes. Only yesterday I was waiting on the phone, and Barry was waiting on a bus.
Wonderful. And of course you will stay around for the unveiling.
One wouldn't miss it for the world, although when one does unveil herself, one will look the other way. It's only manners.
Charming. Do you have your own trumpets, or would you like one to provide them?
Well, if it's all the same with you, we'll have toasted tea cakes, thank you.
Oh, silly one. I said trumpets, not crumpets.
Oh, silly one. One said trumpets.
Yes. Well, you know, do-do-do-do.
Oh, do-do. I think we'll use yours.
By all means. One will have them sent out to you.
The coast's clear.
Found it.
What you lost?
Nothing. Oh, you got it then?
Yeah.
Bring it inside then.
Right.
Before somebody sees us.
To you.
To me.
To you then.
Oh, to me then.
To you, Paul.
Oh, to me.
To you.
To me.
To you. Hey, I got something else as well.
Later. One thing at a time.
It's a bit dark in here.
No worry. All we have to do is swap the heads over and pop the sheet back on. To you.
To me.
To you then.
To me then.
To you. There.
The guests will be arriving shortly. Now you'll need these.
What are these for?
The fanfare.
I thought you said funfair.
Just a slight misunderstanding.
Yes, but I've got the...
Later.
Do come this way, everybody. Just come in. Here we are. Anyone else with champagne? Here we are. Yes. Oh, here we are. Lady Alice. It gives me great pleasure to present this statue of Her Ladyship. It is a work of which I take great pride, and one which I am sure shows the true personality of Her Ladyship.
Where did the music come from?
I tried to tell you. I ordered a funfair.
Stop! I don't know what's been going on in there, and frankly, I don't want to.
Who's Frankly?
Leave this to me, Barry. It was his fault. He accidentally swung round with the pole and it all fell apart.
You sneak.
I see. Well, luckily, I have another statue of Her Ladyship back in my studio, which I will now go and fetch. But you two can stay here, and you can help me unload it. But if anything else goes wrong...
What else could go wrong?
I don't know, but you've been warned.
Did I forget to mention the sea lions?
You two!
The lions?